Hey guys, my name on StockTwits is AM Club. Everybody there pretty much knows who I am. If you're new, you probably don't know who I am. You've probably I don't have a YouTube with 300,000 people. I've just been here for a month. I owned it before it crashed, and I lost a big chunk of my portfolio. But I knew what I had, so I held it and I bought more. And I want to see the place succeed, so I'm putting this out there. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't make a dime. I'm not even close to being monetized. I only have 150 subs. You get 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours viewed. You get $10. So who gives a shit? There's my Twitter is KWJFFIA. I'm gonna put my screenshots on there in a thread, and I'm gonna put them on StockTwits. I'm not doing any video editing here. This is more like FaceTime YouTube. Okay. There's another guy on StockTwits. He's pretty good with his DD, Grim13. Okay. These are coming from the Investors Relations page. You don't take my word for it. You don't take another YouTuber's word for it. You don't take a bot spam bear. You don't take a FUD person's word for it. Go to Investor Relations on Redbox's own website and click filings, and they're all there. Okay, so what I'm going to discuss is the 10Q filing from May 13th and then the amended prospectus from June 3rd, which is just an updated version of the original prospectus when the company IPO'd. That's all it is. It's a normal thing. Every company has to update that. So I'm going to start with the 10Q. I'll start with the amendment, okay? So page 1, it says if any securities are being registered with this form, check the box. The box isn't checked. Page 2, in plain English, it says, plain English, no additional securities are being registered under this post-effected amendment. Page 2. That's the June 3rd. Still on June 3rd. Page 88. This is the key piece. Okay. Tells you the exchange ratio, 0.087. Tells you each share of the Class B stock is automatically canceled, and each one will be converted into a right to receive a number of shares of CSSC, Class A, equal to the exchange ratio. So all that Class B shit that is locked up, been over this, it is locked up because of the agreement. All the Class B, the 33 million, it's locked up. Okay? They're getting CSSC. Each outstanding public warrant and private placement warrant shall be assumed by CSSC and become exercisable for shares of CSSC Class A common stock adjusted in exercise price accordance with respective warrant agreements governing the public warrants, private warrants, and merger agreement. Specifically pursuant to Section 4.4 of the respective warrant agreements, the strike price for the warrants will become $132.18 to purchase a share of CSSC. And all that is you take $11.50 and the exchange ratio, and you get $132.18. Okay? This is calculated by the current $11.50 strike price of the warrants. Under respective warrant agreements, fractional shares can't be delivered, so they need the entire $11.95 warrant to equal one share. Okay? Page 2, or part 2 of page 88, okay, it says that they're unable, it goes on to detail that the merger agreement may or may not occur on or before October 31st, and there is no assurance as to when or whether the company will implement any action as a result to any of this. There's a $15 million cancellation clause in there, and there's also a clause where both parties can just cancel it entirely if they mutually agree. Okay? Page 119, still June 3rd. Once warrants become exercisable, the company may call the warrants for redemption not less than 30 days prior to written notice to each warrant holder. So they have to give 30 days written notice, regardless. It's not like they can come out tomorrow because the stock is surging and say, yeah, fucking warrants. Here you go, guys. And I'm going to get to that too, because people seem to think that that's a dilution immediately. No, someone owns those. Those are owned shares at that point, okay? So the 10Q filing from May. This is the May 13th. This is the actual agreement that they went into, okay? 10Q, page 8. Page 8. Upon signing of the merger agreement, the HPS warrants became void, and all rights of the warrant holders thereunder to exercise the warrants ceased. That is about as plain and simple as it gets. They don't have any rights. You can freely trade the warrants, rdbxw. Go ahead. It's a speculative play. You can trade it all you want. They don't give a shit. It's like buying and selling an option. It's just extra money. You know, it's all good. It's irrelevant to what is happening. Page 19, okay? As of March 31st, there were 10.78 million public warrants and 6 million private warrants. Each whole public warrant entitles the registered holder to purchase 1 share of Class A common stock at $11.50 per share. Pursuant to the warrant agreement, a holder of public warrants may exercise the warrants only for a whole number of shares, so they need to have enough for 1. The company can redeem the warrants under the following conditions, upon not less than 30 days prior to written notice of the redemption, if and only if the last reported sale price of the company's Class A stock equals or exceeds 18 per share, as adjusted for splits, dividend, reorganizations, recapitulations, and the like, for any 20 trading days within a 30-day trading period on the 3rd day prior to the date in which the company gives proper notice. The stock has to be over $18 for 20 trading days within a calendar month, within a 30-day period, before they exercise anything. Okay? So, here you go. So that's one thing. And again, it entitles them to purchase the share at $11.50 once it's at 18. Page 29. Upon signing the CSAC merger agreement, HPS warrants become void. So it says it back there, and it says it's still in the amendment. It's void. Okay. Just 1 second here. Sorry, the stock is up 30%. I mean, there you have it, right? You don't have to take my word for it again, like I said. Go check out the filings for yourself. Read through them. I always encourage people to do this. If you're going to invest your cash, why are you following someone else and just taking their word for it? Do the research yourself. Like, obviously, if I'm providing screenshots, that's pretty credible, okay? But I've seen some people already providing false information or linking garbage. So, again, these things are locked and loaded because of the deal. If I enter a deal with you, okay, since a certain someone likes to always use car analogies. If you want to buy my car and you come and you take a look at it and you're like, fuck yeah, I like this. Let me get you the cash, but I can't pick it up until Tuesday. I need somebody to come with me so I can drive it home. So I can't pick it up till Friday. Today's Wednesday. Okay. I was like, okay, shake hands. When they come back on Friday, I've gutted the car. There's no engine. There's no tires. It's all gutted. And I go, what the hell? Where's my car? And I go, well, the frame has the VIN on it. There's your car. No. CSSC would be like, what the fuck? We didn't pay you for a fully diluted float. We paid you for 1.95 million free float. Okay, so the only other thing I want to touch on is the warrants themselves. What is this? What is a warrant? It's basically a long-term option, okay? Options are weekly, monthly, and, sometimes like a year to up to 3 years, okay? Warrants can be 5, 7, 8 years. When they exercise them, okay, they'll have had a strike of $11.50 exercisable at 18. So we're going to be up at $18. You want to get out at 17? Go nuts, okay? but it says in black and white that they have to hold that for 30 days, or they have to give 30 days notice. Plus, it has to hold that for 20 trading days. So that's 50 days in my book, okay? That's 20 trading days, sorry, plus the weekend, so 28 calendar days plus 30 days notice. We're talking 58 days. 2 months. Obviously, they need to tell people because it is dilutative, okay? But putting that aside, our float's 195. GameStop is 65 million free float. AMC is 500 million free float. They squoze. Who gives a shit? If this ever were even to happen 2 months from now, okay, these people are getting shares. They're not shares sold to the market. They're already owned. So if the short interest is 3 million shares, which is what it is right now, 3.38 million shares, they still have to come up with those shares. The owners of the warrants would have to sell their shares, and they're not going to buy them for $11.50 and take a loss. So they're not going to be selling them for any less than $11.50. That would be the floor. No one buys it and sells it for a loss. You don't exercise it to sell it for a loss. No one has a call option, exercises it, and sells the option or the stock immediately at a loss. They just wouldn't exercise the option to begin with. So the fear is a little interesting because no one is going to exercise these and sell them for a loss. Okay? Oh my God, 1 second. It was really weird. It went from 1080 to 905, and now it's back to 1070, and I don't know what the hell that was. So I'm losing my train of thought because of the action here. So, okay. So let's say all things encompassed that they do get them and they sell them. They want to sell them. They want that $18.50 right away. Okay, so all 6 million go for sale. Do you think the stock price is just going to crash? Why would it crash? Someone still has to buy them. The only people who really want to buy, or who are really forced to buy them at this point, is short sellers. So short sellers have to pay the ask. And again, they're going to want to profit on this. They're not going to be invested here to take a loss. That isn't why you buy a warrant. You buy a warrant because you think the company is going to go up. So, okay, so the shorts enter. Now they've covered. We're going up again. We're squeezing even more. And then you're going to have people piling in, saying, ha ha ha, dilution. We'll squeeze them too. So, and then last but not least, they exercise all 6 million. That puts us at 8 million float, free float. Okay, shares outstanding is totally different. Who gives a shit? 515 million AMC divide 8 million us. We'd be 64.4 times smaller than them. 6,400% less big than AMC. 10 times less, 1/10 the size of GameStop. They squoze fine. HUSA, HUSA, oil ticker. It's like 7-8 million shares. It's been squeezing all week. It's been squeezing for like 3 months. 8 million shares is still fuck all. It's a tiny ass float. They have 3.38 million short shares that they have to cover. It's insane. There is nothing to worry about here. This is a gift. If you do any praying, this was your answer. All you need is to hold the stock, not financial advice. What I'm doing is holding it. I didn't sell when it went to 11. I didn't sell at 1065. It's a gift, and it's going to be bigger than GameStop and bigger than AMC. They were a meme until they weren't. And we have these conditions that are pretty much unlike anything else that are forcing this to happen. And the shorts got caught, and they're stuck. Okay, so check out my other videos, or don't. Doesn't matter, I'm not monetized, but you might get some information there that might be helpful. And again, on Stock Twits, I am AM Club, so AMCLUB, and on Twitter, KWJFFIA. And that stands for my initials, free from it all, because once this squeezes, I'm going to be free from it all. I did not sell AMC at 72, biggest regret of my entire life. cost me 1.7 million. And I'm not going to make the same mistake here. I'm holding this triple digits and I'm selling. And people have asked me, what's your realistic price targets? On a float this size, with this SI, with this cost to borrow? Triple digits. That's realistic. That is not a fantasy. Best of luck, guys.